Good morning, guys. Good morning. I hope you're having a great day. SPX, let's just go over the SPX USD, the overnight action. So not much. We're still holding around the same levels, right? It did spike in the morning around 3 o'clock when we get the action from the other side of the world, and we're still here, still holding, right? Still holding near the closing price of yesterday. That's exactly where we were, right? So not much of a big difference. So there was a rip and a dip, and if I go on the SPX now alone, so we're trading right where we are right now, basically. And let's just go with the daily chart. And on the daily, let me just remove these gamma levels. On the daily, we broke below low of the year yesterday. We broke below low of the year. And again, many people are trying to call tops, bottoms, right? I think that there's no point of calling those because it really doesn't matter if it works or not, because on FinTwin, many people try, right? Ignore noise. Always stay open-minded. That's the best thing that's worked for me, right? Maybe this could have been the bottom. Maybe we go much lower. Maybe this goes back to all-time. I have no idea. But longer term views, yes, I do think we go lower to fix some things. But here we are at a very strong support level. That's I don't doubt this. All right, this is a very strong support level. Why? And plus, it was a breakout from a previous massive resistance as well, right? So now, the longer we bear flag here, if they're not able to take this market back up towards 3,900, right, which eventually may lead down, or maybe it's the bottom for some months, and then we'll see what happens. We likely visit this next zone, which is 3,200, and I think this is a possibility that can happen, right? This is a possibility that can happen. They can bring it here, and then this market can stay range bound for many months until the macro stuff is built, right? It can just stay range bound sideways along these levels, right? And eventually, I do think my final target will be roughly around 2,800. But anyways, that if it happens, great. If it doesn't, it's all good. The levels that you guys need to understand today, 3,600. A lot of put positions are open. All right, Gamma also goes over it, right? And they also cover it. So I hope you read the report. A lot of put positions are open. What does this bring out sometimes? Vanna. That's a possibility today. It's a possibility if we don't get any major headlines, if the market does not break down. My low target for the day would be 3580-ish, will be my low target. However, if we're under 3,600 into the close, then I would not touch no calls at all. Okay, I would not touch any calls. Okay, and then obviously we'll see how the flow is based on that. But I will be looking, if we do get a rally towards 3,650 plus, hold 3,670 maybe, right? I may buy some puts for the day, because there will be volatility both ways today. Both ways, expect moves. All right, we'll see which way it goes. And also the JPM collar will be rolled out today sometime, which will bring volatility into the markets. Which brings volatility into the markets. All right, so let's see what happens. Volatility trigger and the call wall are not anywhere here, but 3,600 is the main level. Let's see what happens. And if we go on the weekly chart, we could maybe put in a reversal for the day. If the Vanna rally really happens, if all the put positions are closed, we could put in a reversal, or this can just be a very bad red candle today. Expect it. Trust me, under 3,600, if those puts are not closed, they don't lose value, then they can sell this market off. All right, so let's see what happens. It'll be a fun day because we are at this strong support, so God knows what's going to happen. But the best of all, Apple. Just watch Apple if it breaks 140. If Apple breaks 140, this will be the biggest clue, right? If Apple breaks 140, under 140, S&P not going nowhere. All right, S&P is not going nowhere if Apple breaks under 140. But if Apple holds 140, then the index can do what it wants to do. All right, and also this 150 waterfall all had to do with Gamma, the stuff that was there. So now we have this. Let's see what happens today. Do they reverse it back up, or do they close this down for the week? Okay, this will be good to see. The 10-year rates are just holding. As long as they hold above this 3.5, that's all I'm looking at. As long as we hold above this level right here, basically, right? As long as we hold above this level, pressure on equities will remain, and I think it will remain. DXY, I was looking for this 112.50 test. We got lower than 112. Now we see what it wants to do here. It may just do something like this here. I have no idea, whatever garbage stuff it wants to do here, and then eventually break out. All right, and we'll see. And obviously once this breaks out, S&P should take a dive, in my opinion. All right, and UV, let's look at the bonds. Bonds are a little different last 2 days, but if the bonds sell off today, this will be the biggest clue. If this thing sells off today, by any chance in the morning, if you see this sell off, market will likely sell off along with it. Okay, sometimes the S&P is delayed, UB goes first, and so that's something to keep an eye on. Okay, and what else we have? Google, the ugly kid on the block, is just below 100, and as long as it bear flags below this, it has a lot more to go. All right, but they could bounce this towards 104, 105 one time. I think this will be a nice bounce. Maybe I'll enter some swing puts if we get this zone right here, if the market goes up. All right, and Meta today I'm also keeping an eye on. Right, if it dips below, if we go further under 135 is also a good gamma support. If we go underneath it, it can get to 130, but then 140 in the coming weeks will be in play. All right, I'm keeping an eye on this name. I think I'll catch this little rip or dip like this on this move. Tesla, 270 is the number on this thing. As long as we hold under 270, it can go lower. All right, or it can just chop around 270 today, but 270 is a number. It just needs to hold under, and there should be a waterfall on this name for 20-30 points at least. All right, at least towards the low of the year possibly, and then we'll go on from there. And patience is the best thing you can do. We'll nail some SPX plays on voice chat, and so let's pay attention. Andrew Guggen, what's up? Make sure you